Oof. That is bright. All right, hey everybody, my name is Eric. I'm creating this channel to basically walk everyone through what a startup is actually like while you're going through it. I started a company maybe about 4 months ago after leaving a job at a VC firm here in DC, where I was running a couple of the portfolio companies. And so I've been a sole founder for this whole time. And right now I'm going through the fundraising process, and so I'm learning a lot about cap tables, different forms of investments, convertible notes, safes, this, that, and the other. My goal with this isn't really to go through the theoretical stuff, because honestly they're going to be people who are a lot smarter and have a much better understanding of it than me. The principal value that I'm going to be able to add is just by giving radical, transparent looks into what it's actually like to start a startup. Obviously my experience won't be representative of everyone's, but hopefully it'll actually give you some good insight into what it's like, because obviously there's people who know kind of everything because they're superstars, Elon Musk, Paul Graham, this, that, and the other, and they're awesome definitive sources that you should definitely learn from. But unfortunately we only really pay attention to them kind of in media days, and we only pay attention to them like 8 years after they've been successful. And so in some ways it's hard for them to be very relatable to us. And then on the other side, you'll have people who are just the theorists, and there are different species of these. You've got like I'm here in the garage with my Ferrari type of people, whoever that is, Ty Lopez, who are just like, in general, they seem like they're jokes. But then you also have people who are really well intentioned and might be able to explain things like convertible notes really well, but who maybe aren't actually going through the process at the time, and thus can't actually provide a lot of good insight into what it's actually like to go through a startup, the highs, the lows, and especially they just don't really sketch an accurate profile of what a startup actually looks like and what a founder actually looks like. So again, I'm not going to be the perfect representation, but I'm going to be trying to do that here. That all said, right now I'm in the middle of fundraising. I'm trying to raise about $25K only for alpha development of the what's basically a community platform for local Catholics. I myself am Catholic. I've got an investor who's offered to put in $50K now and $50K later for 10%, and then an additional 5% later. That comes out to a $500,000 valuation for the first $50K, and then around $666,000 valuation for the second round. And those might sound like big numbers, but 10% is a lot of your company to give up for only $50K, especially if you're planning on having multiple rounds where you're going to be raising increasing amounts of money to the tune of six figures, 7 figures, potentially more, probably not more, based on my relatively niche market. But so I do have apprehensions around that, and so I'm also talking to a number of other investors, because while I have an offer for someone to put in money, obviously there's multiple benefits of having sort of people in the background or other people who are interested. It's kind of like dating, right? Like you want to show that like, hey, I'm worthwhile. Maybe then you can negotiate better terms. But then also, in case something does fall through, you want to make sure that you have a backup option. So that's my current position. Within these videos, again, I'll just give you an update on what I'm focusing on. Eventually, maybe I'll show you guys my daily tasks, my schedules, my calendars, how I organize everything. I'm very amenable to this going whichever way is beneficial to people. Again, I have no pretense that I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm very much still figuring it out. But hopefully through the mistakes that I make, and hopefully the radical transparency that we film these videos with, you guys will actually be able to learn a good deal and get a really good idea of what it takes to start something, and at what point you would be comfortable to launch something of your own. So that's the video for today. Excited to do this. It's going to be a daily thing. I'll just do quick little check-ins, and I'll try to make it as user-friendly as possible, get right into the material, give you guys a catalog, table of contents of the timing of different portions of everything, and to the extent that I can visualize things. So that's it for today. Have a good one.